The Proxmox web UI is capable but browser-only, slow to load, and needs a manual exception for the self-signed certificate. After 6 months of daily use, I decided to build something better. A native Flutter app that sits in the taskbar, auto-refreshes every 30 seconds, and runs on both Linux desktop and iOS. I'm Hex. Let me walk you through how it's built. 9 tabs in the navigation rail. A dashboard home with radial CPU gauges, RAM bars, and a cluster sparkline. A native Proxmox tab with full lifecycle ops, start, stop, clone, snapshot, delete, bulk, start all. And 6 WebView tabs for every other service Grafana, Ollama, Hermes, Wiki, Tailscale status, and an embedded terminal running your shell. 2 dependencies required non-obvious choices. For state management, Riverpod 3 with code generation gives you compile time safety and auto-generated providers with clean 30-second refresh. For webviews on Linux desktop, the standard Flutter plugin has no Linux support. You need webviewed Ceph, which uses Chromium embedded framework. That first build downloads about 330 megabytes, just the one time. Every data provider in the app uses a Riverpod code generation. This small annotation generates a complete provider with proper dispose and cancel behavior. Use .value for the successful state in Riverpod 3, not .value or null, which is the old pattern. For providers that should outlive widget navigation, add keep alive true. The build runner handles everything else after you run it. Fair warning before your first Linux build. WebView, Ceph downloads the Chromium embedded framework on that initial Flutter build Linux. About 330 megabytes compressed, 3.0 gig extracted. It is a one-at-a-time download into the pub cache, so every subsequent build is instant. Just make sure you are not doing this on a slow connection right before you need the build. Packaging as an app image makes the app portable. One file, no install. The build script handles a subtle gotcha, the Debian built binary links against libthread2, which OpenSUS Tumbleweed no longer ships. The script bundles it into the app image automatically. The final package comes in around 312 megabytes. Most of that is CEF and runs on any modern Linux desktop. One gotcha worth flagging: Fluttered, secure storage on Linux stores, everything as a single libsecret item. If the GainerMam login keyring is locked when the app starts, right after a fresh login, for example, it throws a keyring locked exception. Catch it and show an unlockandatory screen instead of silently dropping to the first launch gate. Your settings are still there. The user just needs to unlock. That is the architecture behind MyOfficeLab, a Riverpod 3 provider's auto-freshing live cluster data, a native Proxmox client with full lifecycle ops, CF webviews for every embedded service, and the whole thing packaged as a Linux app image and eventually iOS. The full source walkthrough with code snippets is in the blog post. See you in the next one.